Hello everyone, welcome to Bebop Mondays episode 20. In today's episode we're going to take a look at some of the cool licks that Jimmy Raney is playing on the standard Bernie's tune. I just uploaded a backing track for Bernie's tune, especially for this video of course. Jimmy Raney is one of those great guitar players that actually brought guitar to a new level when it comes to jazz improvisation by having these really long, very harmonically rich lines. And Bernie's tune is a really easy song, very convenient, very comfortable to improvise over, and I wanted to just take a look at some of the licks that Jimmy Raney is playing. So let's get started with the first one. It's a short lick from A7 to D minor. I purposely found short licks because sometimes it's really nice to have these really short phrases that are very usable in other songs. So this is a 5-1 from A7 to D minor. It sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. I like this unusual enclosure of the 5th of D minor. Right, you would expect, but this B, this 6, makes it more special. Ending on the 9 of D minor is also a really nice, cool effect. Let's just play it in the song Bernie's tune, and I will play it on the 5-1 to D minor. Of course, before the A7 there is an E half diminished because it's a normal 2-5-1 to D minor. So if you have a lick like this where there's no E half diminished, you can maybe play a chord on the E half diminished. Right, or any voicing for G minor 6 or G minor will work because G minor 6 and E half diminished are the same chord. So let's try it like that. Cool little phrase, very usable in many tunes. Let's go to the second phrase. If you want to download these tabs and many more tabs, you can download them from my Patreon, and if you join at the $5 level, you already have access to the tabs for this video, but for many other videos as well. This second lick is a very cool idea for the B flat 7 chord, the second chord. Normally, if I would play B flat 7, I play some B flat 7 phrases. Or I would play some F minor phrases. Or a combination. But what Jimmy Raney is doing, he's starting with C minor. So he's thinking C minor 7 to B flat 7, which is pretty unusual. And when you hear it, at first it sounds wrong, but the resolution is so strong that it kind of works. So it's a cool phrase to practice, and you could try this out on many other dominant chords. For example, in Limehouse Blues, where you have the long C7, you could do first D minor. So the lick sounds in time like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play that on B flat 7. third phrase sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. So the beginning is the beginning of the diminished scale, right? The half note, whole note scale. So he plays it until the C sharp. Then he goes up to the sharp 9 of A7. And then this resolution on D minor, he plays that. I just added that double stop. It's something that a bebop piano player would do like Bad Paul, but it's very nice on guitar to do it as well. Not much to say about it, it's just a very cool lick. It sounds more complicated than it is to play, and that's, of course, that's what I like. So let's play this on the 2-5-1 to D minor. The next phrase is a really sophisticated sounding lick with some cool triplets in the E half diminished bar, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the weird thing is that this beginning triplet is just E minor 7, right, with this B, and the chord is E half diminished, so it should actually be a B flat. Of course, that's much more uncomfortable. It's possible, but I've noticed that many jazz musicians, especially from the bebop era, people like Dizzy Gillespie and Charlie Parker, play their normal 2-5-1 licks on top of minor 2-5-1s, just resolving to minor chord, but the material on the half diminished chord are very often just licks that they play on E minor 7. And that's what's happening here. And it's so quick. You're only focusing on that last note, that C sharp. That's not a problem. And then that's a beautiful phrase for D minor. Let's try it out. I was playing it in different places of the bar. Of course, with all these licks, you don't have to play them exactly at the same place, or you don't have to play them exactly like they're written. Try to come up with your own little embellishments and experiment with shifting them in time. Let's go to the final lick of this lesson. If you know this tune, you might have noticed some strange chords in the bridge. That's because on the original recording, which is linked in the description, they are using different chords in the bridge. They're not playing the usual 1, 6, 2, 5 in B flat 3 times, like originally, something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second time. Third time. Right, A7 to D minor at the end. They're playing 2 times, and then they're playing this. Right, B flat 7, E flat, E diminished, or E flat minor they're playing, I think. I put E flat diminished on the backing track because I think that's a nicer bass line. To B flat and an A7, so it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second time. Here we go. And in his solo, Jimmy Raney plays a really nice phrase for that fast transition from B flat to E flat, E diminished, but he's playing E flat minor here. And it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One, two, three, four. It's not the easiest to play. The nice thing about it is that he's really outlining every chord, right? So it starts with this 2-5. It's the fourth bar on the bridge, with the F7 altered. Let's do the B flat 6, F minor or B flat 7, E flat major, E flat minor. Beautiful line. So it's a good line to add to your vocabulary, because it's always difficult to play good lines on those particular chords, and those chords happen all the time in rhythm changes, and many people, including myself, we play some bluesy stuff over those chords, or maybe some 5-1, but if you can play a line that really outlines all those chords, it's something special. So this is a good one to add to your repertoire. There you go, 5 great phrases by Jimmy Raney. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. He's a great player. I hope you check out these licks. Of course, if you want to download the tabs, then you can join my Patreon. If you want to practice these licks, you can use my backing track. It's on my YouTube channel. There's a link to that in the description. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!